Morning, everybody, and welcome to a quick Wednesday update on what's happening. By the way, just as a warning, as I do these days, this is going to be a political update on the situation of an election for a new Prime Minister. Now, there's quite a lot happening. This is all part of what we've been describing over the past couple of days as horse trading. So, welcome to anybody who's coming online. We'll have a quick talk with you when I've gone through this news. Now, the situation over the last couple of days is the People's Party, who were the people that drew 38% of the primary vote at the last election, have become the kingmakers in this new election for a Thai Prime Minister. They've got the largest rump of votes in the parliament, and so it's really up to them as to exactly who is going to be Prime Minister. But there is a few other moves afoot, and I'll bring you up to date on those as well, because it is all quite fascinating and all very, very Thai. And good morning to Chris, who's come online and said hello. But here's the breaking news. So I'll go to three news sources. I actually saw the first news source around about 45 minutes ago, but I waited for another couple of news sources to corroborate the news so that I would be confident in being able to post it. So here we go. And this was first posted by Nation Thailand this morning. It says 37 minutes ago, so just after 8:30 this morning. Uh, People's Party decides to support Bhumjaithai in forming next government, Aniton set as Premier. And that refers to Aniton Charnvirakul, who's the head of the Bhumjaithai Party. All look a bit sort of dishevelled this morning. Sorry, haven't had time to sort of do my hair and makeup. But yeah, the People's Party putting their support behind Bhumjaithai and Aniton Charnvirakul. It's not quite that simple, and I'll get into that in a moment. Let's go to some other sources to corroborate exactly what's happened. Khao English also reporting breaking. People's Party leader Natapong confirms this morning that the party will vote for Aniton Charnvirakul as the next Prime Minister. Hashtag Thailand, hashtag Aniton. This is the People's Party leader, the I suppose, third leader of the progressive politics here in Thailand. We had Thanatorn leading the Future Forward Party. Then we had Pita Limjaroenrat, who was leading the Move Forward Party. And they got the highest number of votes in the 2023 election. Now we've got this young man, Natapon, who is the leader of the People's Party. And interestingly, when the People's Party was formed after the Move Forward Party was dissolved, it's a whole different story which we've covered in detail before. 100% of the Move Forward Party MPs moved across to the People's Party. There were no Cobras. There were none of these people who leaked out to other parties. So they have certainly been very determined to stay solid and behind the People's Party. One other source, and we go to Thai PBS World. The People's Party announced today that its 143 MPs will support Bhumjaithai leader Aniton Charnvirakul as the 32nd Prime Minister of Thailand. People's Party leader Natapong said at a press briefing, must have been held very early this morning. I'm thinking probably around 8 or 8:30 this morning. Saying that the Bhumjaithai must provide his party with a written agreement confirming its acceptance of the party's conditions. And Petong Tan Shinawat's Pertai party has also sought to woo Natapong's party into supporting its candidate Chai Kasem Nitsari for the premiership. Okay, so welcome to all the people. I'll get to your thoughts on the matter. So please, yeah, type in what you think about this development in the lead up to a parliamentary election. Okay, here's the kicker. And I think this will probably now happen now that the People's Party have thrown their support behind Bhumjaithai and Aniton. It's not quite clear exactly how they would be able to actually form a government because Bhumjaithai have about 71 MPs in Parliament. People's Party have 143, and you're still falling short of I think it's 247, which represents 50% of the Parliament. So currently, I think there are 492 working MPs. I think one's and a few others are sick or resigned. So there are 492. So a party needs 247. So if you add up the numbers, even with People's Party and Bhumjaithai, you still don't have a majority. So who are the other people who are going to support this government? Uh, that's not clear at the moment in this particular announcement. I suppose the other thing to say about this is that I think it brings up what I call the option or the scenario number 4 in yesterday's video, where I suggested that the uh, caretaker government, which is the old Thai party, the acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wicciardai, he's the acting Prime Minister, and the old government is still the caretaker government. They could pull a swifty, if you like, and they could go to His Majesty and request a dissolution of Parliament. Now, a lot of people who describe themselves as constitutional experts say, well, the acting Prime Minister can't do that. Well, the acting Prime Minister is really just the ammunition, the actual trigger for a dissolution of Parliament under the constitutional monarchy we have here in Thailand is His Majesty the King. He is the one that dissolves Parliament, not the acting Thai Prime Minister. So the question the constitutional experts is, does the acting Prime Minister have the authority or the ability to get into a car and drive to the palace and make that request? So there's plenty more water to go under this bridge before a vote happens. And I'm very sure that all the parties will try and postpone the vote as long as they can until they're sure that they have something concrete to go into Parliament with and have some sort of guarantee that the hands are going to go up in their favour. So let's dive into your thoughts on the matter. And this is going to be a very short conversation. There's not much to drag out. If you've just joined us, the announcement is that the People's Party have announced that they're going to throw their support behind Bhumjaithai and Anatin Charnvirakul as the next Prime Minister, instead of backing the current coalition, Pheu Thai, and their Prime Ministerial candidate, his name Chai Kasem Nitsari. He sort of has almost been a non-entity in these discussions over the past week. He's a 77-year-old veteran Prime Minister. He's the third Prime Ministerial candidate for the Pheu Thai party, but he has really said very little to the media. He hasn't been seen much. Even Thaksin Shinawatra has not been seen much over the past couple of days. I think he visited the party headquarters yesterday, but didn't have anything to say to the media. So just once again announcing the People's Party, the current state of play is that they've thrown their support officially in an announcement this morning behind Anatin Charnvirakul as the next Prime Minister and the Bhumjaithai party with their 71 votes. As I said, even with 71 votes plus 143 from People's Party, you still fall short of a majority in Parliament. So who are the other parties or MPs who are going to also cross the floor and walk away from the Pheu Thai coalition? Okay, let's go to your comments and we'll see what you have to say. And hello to Chris, to Jake Dizzle. Eurovision Chris, you're on often these days. Morning, looking forward to hearing about everything going on. That's all I know. Paul Burnett, John Mastaglia, Tim Armas. By the way, I'm using the microphone on and the webcam from the computer, so both the sound and the picture might be a bit wonky this morning, but the most important thing is to get this message out to you. Also, Daryl McGee, great to see you. Tim, good morning, Tim. I got the name first, Tim, so you just remember that. Albert Coe, good morning from Penang, Malaysia. Well, both Thailand and Indonesia, our neighbours, have some kind of problems, but hopefully both countries can resolve them quickly and move forward together. Well, interesting, yes, there have been some very violent protests in Indonesia. We haven't really covered them on TNT, perhaps we should. The situation, obviously, in Thailand is quite different. Thailand's constitution still holds. It's got a functioning government. It currently doesn't have a prime minister who has got the role of Prime Minister approved by the Parliament. We've got an acting Prime Minister, but the public servant are all there. The wheels of government are still turning. So people shouldn't be concerned that there's any problem or instability in Thailand. We're just awaiting for the election by Parliament of a new Prime Minister, or it could be a new election. But either way, none of that's going to stop you visiting Thailand and enjoying a pad Thai. Chris Roberts says, thought that what was going to happen, but they can get the 35, 36 extra. There may be some cobras in the other parties that see the writing on the wall for them. Yes, I mean, some people are going to have to walk away from the current coalition to back this new possible government with People's Party, Bhumjaithai, and, well, these cobras. Cobras are these people who walk away from their party. They remain MPs, but they join another party. A situation probably a little bit unique to Thailand, but it does happen. The other thing is the People's Party have said over the last week that they're not going to join a coalition. They're just going to throw their support behind a prime ministerial candidate. So if they're not going to actually join the coalition, their 143 votes might vote for Aniton and the Bhumjaithai to lead the next government, but where are all the extra MPs to provide it with some sort of quorum, some sort of majority? Paulo Gator, Aniton will be a good PM. He's already rich, so there's little possibility of corruption. Also, he will solve the broccoli dilemma. Actually, I'm doing a video later today about the so-called broccoli dilemma. Aniton, as the Prime Minister, can't solve the broccoli dilemma. He really needs the support of the rest of his parliament, remembering that all the other parties, except for Bhumjaithai, were going to reverse the situation on cannabis at the last election. So even if he becomes Prime Minister, it's not really going to make any difference to the current state of play on cannabis. And I will be doing a video about that later today. Thank you, Paolo, for your thoughts, though. David Connolly, Aniton is pro-ganja, so an excellent result, and hopefully the ridiculous backtracking on the issue will not happen. Well, the backtracking's already happened, David, and indeed the video I'm making today, I suppose, just sort of cements that. And even with this new government, I very much doubt whether that can be backtracked. But I don't, yeah, I don't think there's any more. It's not worth commenting anymore on that particular issue because I have got a video coming out later today on the matter. But I appreciate your thoughts. Practice. Being rich precludes corruption, asks Practice. Well, how did they become rich? There you go. Off the cuff, where is it? Off the cuff. Off the cuff adventures with Jamie, and I see a Philippines flag. Do you think this will be the end of the Per Thai party? I think even if they end up in opposition, and we're a long way from a vote being held, I don't think the vote's going to be held today. I think there will be a lot of action on this particular issue today. There will be some murmurs. They'll be watching to see if the current acting Prime Minister is heading towards the palace to perhaps make that request for a dissolution of Parliament. There will be a lot of things happening today. I do believe the Parliament's meant to be sitting today, but I think with all this, as I keep on calling it, horse trading happening in the background, that there's going to be some sort of postponement until all the other parliamentarians are happy to sit down and put their hands up. Sit down and put their hands up. I suppose that's what they do. But thank you very much. All the way from the Philippines. I think I recognise that flag. Eurovision Chris, if the numbers aren't reached in a parliamentary vote, what's the process thereafter? Further discussions, wrangling, votes, increasing chance of an early election. Yeah, there is no time limit on how long a prime ministerial election in Parliament can go on. Under the Constitution, it doesn't say it has to happen in 1, 2, or 3 days. It could take weeks. But if they don't get as I said, I don't think they're going to sit down in Parliament unless one party is particularly sure that they're going to be able to get the votes. But if they can't get that 50% of the votes plus one to be able to win that particular election of a new prime minister, and therefore the formation of a new coalition party, then I think they've just got to keep on trying. They'll probably close down Parliament for a few days, say, go home and get your phones out, sort out the numbers, and come back again and we'll try. But I don't believe that there's any time limit. Paolo Gattei, I mean, less possibility. It doesn't preclude, sure. That's talking about the corruption. Good morning, Tim from Anil RC. Okay. But thank you, Bobby, and hope you can pick up your check from the Vietnamese Travel Association. Practice. Addington was way down the list of possibilities a month ago. Yeah, that's true. He has been cooling his heels ever since 2019. He believes he's done his time in Parliament. He believes he's earned the position of Prime Minister. He's indicated all along that he's ready to take up the position. I think he was quoted just 2 or 3 days ago saying he's ready to become Thailand's next Prime Minister. He made that statement almost immediately after the Constitutional Court flung out Paetongtarn Shinawatra from the position of Prime Minister. So, yeah, he's ready to take on the role. Even if he takes on the role under this current situation promised by the People's Party, even if they form a government, one of the conditions is that the Parliament will be dissolved within 4 months and a new election held. So he would have 4 months to prove himself, and he would have 4 months to put some scores on the board leading up to the next election. It's fairly clear to most people that watch politics that no matter if the election is called today, tomorrow, or in 4 months, or sometime next year, the People's Party will probably romp in with the highest number of MPs. Can they get over that magic 50% of the vote, 50% of the MPs plus one? Without that, they're going to have to form some sort of coalition. And I think we end up with all these current problems with members of the coalition all wanting different things. Anerton is like a chameleon, says Tom John Robinson. Yes, he sort of does change his colours to, yeah, he's suddenly joined the People's Party, or he's earned their respect somehow, or earned their votes. But just a couple of months ago, he was disagreeing with them on just about every single matter: constitutional reform, casinos, cannabis reform. He was disagreeing on just about every single matter. So suddenly they've been able to come to some sort of deal whereby Anerton and Bhumjaithai have earned their 143 votes. But as I said, even with 143 votes plus Bhumjaithai's 71, they still fall short of a majority in Parliament. And we're yet to find out exactly who those other people who have leaked from Pheu Thai, who they are. Okay, Dirty Farang Anerton, says Sean Moore. Yes, he will forever in the expat community be remembered as the man who called Farang dirty in regards to them not wearing masks. This is in the early days of COVID back in 2020. And Aussie Chris, thanks for the update, Tim. All of us that love Thailand really appreciate the work you do to keep us informed. Very happy to do so. I enjoy it. Thank you, Aussie Chris. George morning everyone. Well, back to Oz Friday, 4 degrees. Had a good time driving all over Isan. Regards, George Wagon WA. Tom Grease, hi Tim. I told you Anerton will be the next PM. Tom, I think you've been telling me that every time there's been a vote the last 3 or 4 years. Yes, he could be. I still think I made a video yesterday with 4 scenarios, and really scenario number 2, I think, maybe which was it? I think it was scenario number 2 and number 4 are sort of coming to the top of the list at the moment. That is uh, People's Party supporting Bhumjaithai and Anerton, and then also this possibility of a preemptive dissolution of Parliament. And if the King grants a new election, then all this is over, and it's basically another couple of months when there'd be an election and a new parliament would be elected with a whole lot of new MPs. So, a very dynamic situation today. This announcement really is not the end of the matter. The end of the matter is only when Parliament sits and either gets to vote or a dissolution of the Parliament is called and it's off to the ballot box. NLRC, horse trading is going to happen in the background for sure. It has been happening. Be assured that True Move and who the other telephone companies, DTAC, have been making a lot of money over recent days with all these politicians calling each other. Mind Swa, it's funny, as soon as they backed Anneton PT, instantly Thai sent a letter to the King to dissolve Parliament. I don't believe that's happened. I know it's been a rumour. I know it's been reported, but I don't believe it's actually happened. I think the convention is that the Prime Minister or the acting Prime Minister actually goes to visit the palace. Having said that, I'm not aware if His Majesty is in the country or not at the moment. So it may happen with a letter or with an email. I'm not sure of the modern conventions, but if he's not in the country, it would have to be done as a message with some sort of confirmation coming back from wherever he may be at the moment. Bobby Webber, love your content, Tim. Thanks for the updates. Love your content. What do you think about Isak to Liverpool? What do you think about Isak to Liverpool? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't understand. So there you go. People's Party announced around about 8 o'clock this morning through their leader Natapong that they'll support Bhumjaithai and Anneton in the formation of a new government. We're yet to know exactly when Parliament's going to sit. But I still believe if that's going to happen, and if there is some sort of announcement of the other people that may join this new coalition, that there could be some sort of preemptive move to call a dissolution because Thai don't want to be left out in the lurch. It would be a big gamble by Thai. They may be better cooling their heels in opposition for 3 or 4 months and getting their stocks together before a next election rather than calling an election right now, where I think the Thai party, as far as the Thai electorate is concerned, are a bit on the nose at the moment, particularly over the actions of the former Prime Minister Tong Tan and the situation on the Thai-Cambodian border. Another comment from Eurovision. Chris, thanks for keeping us up to date. Being in this part of the world until December, it helps me partly formulate my own travel plans. Yeah, well, nothing really happening with all this voting for a prime minister, even if there's a new election. It doesn't stop the wheels of Thai tourism to continue moving. Off the cuff adventures with Jamie. Thanks for the update and your insight, Tim. And thank you for joining us with this very quick update on what's sort of happening. And currently, it's just about 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. There will be other things happening, and we'll jump online and keep you informed or just do a quick post on our YouTube channel to keep you up to date if anything momentous happens. I think the next big announcement would be if there were some sort of confirmed murmurings of a request to dissolve the Parliament to His Majesty the King. That would be momentous. That would just cut the bottom off everything that's happening regarding this horse trading for a new Prime Minister. And as I said, it would be off to the ballot boxes. Okay, take care, and we'll be back with some more updates soon. I've also got a video coming today about the current regulations on cannabis if people are interested. Thank you for watching.